Okay, so this energy we're in right now, it's intense. So I just felt like I needed to talk about it right now. I'm not set up. I'm holding my camera. If you're watching the beginning of this video, which you are obviously, this is why it's in this rectangle and not, landscape form. Because Spirit was like, you need to share this information really quickly, and then I could do the pick a card reading and put all of that together later. But I got to get this information out. All right. And I wrote it down, y'all. I wrote it down. I don't even care. I'm sitting in my kitchen. My kids are running around me, so you're going to hear noise. But hone in on what I'm saying. Okay? So I want to help you guys with navigating this energy. I've been struggling with it too. Don't let any intuit try to front like, oh, I'm just here to guide you. No. If they're human, they're experiencing the same things we're human. We're human. If they're human, they're experiencing the same things that all the rest of us are experiencing. We just have more tools, and we're just slightly more advanced in our connection to the planet and to the forces that be, that we can harness this energy and deal with it a little better. But we still have to deal with it. Okay? So I want to jump right into giving y'all some tips. So first off, on April 8th, hopefully you're watching this prior to April 8th. If you're watching it after, this can still help you, because this solar eclipse is going to affect us for the next 6 months. Not the Mercury retrograde. You're going to feel the energy of that into May. But this eclipse energy, this solar eclipse in Aries, is going to have an effect for 6 months. Now, this effect is actually good for my tribe. So if you were drawn here, the effects of the solar eclipse are going to be great for us. And you'll see that information later on in the video. But this Mercury retrograde, usually my tribe, we don't get affected by this. We don't usually feel it all that tough. At least not where people feel the transportation issues, the technology going wrong. We might get some of the technology, our messages not going out like we thought, certain electronics not working, but usually everything else is flowing. But what I noticed from my tribe, this Mercury retrograde, is that, I'm sorry, my daughter's artwork on my fridge, ignore it. What I did notice is that we are all getting pushed when it comes to communication. And with the retro energy of looking back, we're being forced to reassess things that we overlooked, things we let slide. Now, Mercury retrograde and the energy of Aries is making us look back and say, you know what? This shit is still happening, and it's probably because I didn't say anything. Or maybe I said something, but I didn't say it in a way that it was taken seriously. Or maybe when I said it, I wasn't in the energy of, I ain't playing. I'm dead serious, and this is how I feel. Or you did communicate this, and the people you communicated it to didn't care, and you still entertain these people. Well, this retro is going to shine a light on that. And if you still don't speak up, you're going to find yourself pushed to the point where you're going to want to release them. Okay? So the signs that are going to benefit the most. First of all, Mercury retrograde is from April 1st to April 25th. But then we're in the shadow of that energy for a couple of weeks. So that's why you're going to feel it into May. However, when you're in the shadow of it, it's not as intense as when you're in the thick of it, like we are now. By the way, in case you didn't know, the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Venus will all be in the sign of Aries on April 8th. Love is going to have a passionate boost, but it's also going to shed a light on things where you weren't completely honest, or not completely being straight up, or not taking action where you should have been, because that's what Aries is about. New beginnings and action. And if you're not doing that when it comes to love, when it comes to communication, When it comes to your life, if you're not shining and speaking your truth and being your authentic self, you're going to find a lot of pressure to do so. Or you're going to find yourself depressed because you didn't. Signs that are going to benefit most from this activity at this time are going to be people who are in the sign of Aries, Leos, Sagittarius, Geminis, and Aquarius, which is great for me because my sun sign is Aries and my moon sign is Aquarius. So I should be handling this new moon energy really well. And the solar eclipse. But it's this Mercury retro that I have not been harnessing very well. And a lot of people in my tribe haven't, which is why I felt the need to get up here looking like a hot mess just to share this information. The signs that are really going to be challenged at this time are going to be Libras, Cancers, and Capricorns. Now, I got twin Capricorns here, and one of them has been driving me crazy. Special needs or not, they still feel the effects emotionally, even physically sometimes, from the activity, celestial activity. And at this time, my Cancers, my Libras, and my Capricorns, it's going to be necessary for you to safeguard your professional life and your image. There are things that are going to rotate around your career and how people view you. And it's necessary at this time for you to be very careful with that. So watch what you say. Mercury retro may have you come out your face, or it may have you not say something that you need to say. So be aware of that. Make sure that you don't end up in a predicament where, you're not speaking your truth. I had to get up and move because one of my Capricorns is like right next to me, humming and singing. So anyway, carrying on. Now I'm really in their room, so you're going to see all the artwork on the walls. So anyway, I want to give y'all some quick tips for Mercury retro, because that's what we really are going to be struggling with. And yeah. And I think I'm going to post this before I even post the pick a card. Okay, the pick a card, I wanted to publish by the 5th, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We are in April when I'm recording this, for those who aren't aware, or who are watching this at a later time. This is a timeless read. When you get it is when you're in this energy. Whether the planets are doing the same thing they're doing now or not, it just means the message here, you need it. So, some tips for Mercury retrograde. Think before taking action to avoid miscommunication and impulsive decisions. Sign no contracts. Don't sign anything right now. Don't sign anything until you are probably in the midst of May. Now, that's not to say don't sign up for workshops. Don't go take a class at a conference. Don't register for stuff. Signing a contract is signing an agreement in regards to a partnership, marriage, or business. Not a good time, okay? This is a time for you to really think before you make a move and before you speak, okay? No impulsive decisions. Not the time to go on an impulse, and that's going to be difficult because you're in the energy of Aries. Aries are impulsive. We say, oh, I like that, I want to do that, and we go do it. Or we find a way. That's not the time for that. So even though you might feel like being impulsive, you gotta harness that energy and hold it down. 2, meditate and focus on your happiness without putting it on blast. I don't know how loud to yell that. There's a lot of haterade swimming around my tribe. If you're a part of my light tribe, you've been getting many, many blessings coming in. And you think everybody that's smiling in your face and congratulating you are happy for you, but they're not. And some of them can't help it. It's not like they're intentionally saying, I'm jealous of this person, or why them and not me? But they are thinking, why you and not them? Okay. And so if, for example, you just got into a new relationship. Maybe you even got married. And maybe you have a few friends around you who aren't married, they're not in a relationship, they're kind of fishing around trying to find somebody. Well, about a month or two after your relationship announcement, now your friends or friend who was dating around and trying to find somebody, all of a sudden they found somebody and now they get married. But just 2 months ago, they weren't doing that. They didn't have anybody. It's called the race to keep up. It's the same thing if you start a new business and your business is going very well. And then you turn around and now you have friends that were congratulating you. Now there's one that's doing the same thing. I'm starting a business now and they announce it. I don't want to say, okay, yes, you are inspiring. You inspired them to do that. But at the same time, there had to be a bit of why them and not me. I could do the same thing. And now they're trying to do it. So this is not to say everybody, but these are just examples to keep your eye out for, which is why you need to meditate and focus on your happiness and keep it in. You don't have to tell everybody. You have to tell everybody. Not now, at least. Not right now. Number 3. Take breaks from social media. I always teach this. To recharge your energy. You could convene with your friends, new and old. You could talk to them on Messenger, but pull back your energy from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the hell else social media platforms there are. YouTube is like TV these days. So I don't say cut off YouTube, but watch what you're watching on YouTube, because there's a lot of stuff floating around with the whole Diddy mess going on and stuff like that. It's a lot of crap going on right now. That's going to be all over social media that could draw your attention and pull your energy. 4. Oh, I'm sorry. And just to reiterate on 3. When you're on social media, it's often to see what the hell everybody else is doing. That's why they on, to see what the hell everybody else is doing. You don't need to see what everybody's doing all the time, because then there starts to become comparisons, and then you'll become the people that I'm warning you about. You'll be looking at other people going, why them and not me? Okay? We don't need to be in that energy. Number 4. Read books. Watch movies. These things. I'm sorry, I had a kid following me. Read books, watch movies. These things, including music, will inspire you and boost your career. Even you may find that old ideas can now happen with the new energy on them. Dust them off and get to work. So reading books, listening to music and stuff, this is going to inspire you without you even realizing it. So if you feel drawn to watch something, you feel drawn to read something, do it, because it's probably guiding you towards what you need to be focusing on. And it's going to help you in some way boost your career. All right. Those of you that are seeking to boost your career. And for many of you who feel like, I don't know what to do. There's something that you was working on once. There's something that you really wanted to manifest. It didn't go the way you wanted it to. So you kind of toss it to the side. What Spirit is saying, dig that back up. Relook at that again. Dust it off, because now is the time. Bad timing before. Your time. Now it's divine time. I'm just sorry. I'm looking at my... Why is it flip-flopping like that? Anyway, number 5. Take care of home repairs. And I got to say that for myself. Take care of home repairs. You see my scribbled up walls my kids done did. My toilet, one of my toilets is broken. I got 2 bathrooms. One toilet is broke. I've been so lazy to call somebody to fix it. But now I need to, because when I turn the sink on in there, it's flooding that toilet. So it's crazy. I got to get that fixed. But anyway, take care of home repairs and personal health, says me, who was just sick for like a week. Okay? Make those doc appointments. Find time to rest. Budget to avoid stress. Let me say that again. Budget to avoid stress, because your money can end up being a stress. And call maintenance to get your home in top shape. Amina. And all of you guys out there. Okay? This is what you need to be doing during Mercury retrograde, okay? This is what you need to know. This is what I felt I had to share immediately. And there's some info for the new moon and Aries solar eclipse effects on my light tribe, because they're going to last the next 6 months, but they're going to affect different people differently. My tribe is going to it's going to have a different effect, a certain effect on them. So if you're drawn here, subscribe so you can be notified when those posts go up. Nobody subscribes or can join my channel that is not of the light, that is not supposed to be connected to me in some way and get some kind of guidance from me, and that I'm not supposed to get some kind of light and love from as well. So all that is to say is that if you're drawn here, you are a light worker, and sometimes we don't get the same forecast as others in this light tribe. So my forecasts are for my tribe specifically. And check back. I'm going to have the new moon and Aries solar eclipse effects on my light tribe open up my pick-a-pal for the new moon and Aries and the solar eclipse and all that stuff reading. And that is already set up and ready to go. So I'm posting this now. Look out for the full forecast. With the pick-a-pal and all of that, and with the encouraging information for the next 6 months for those in my light tribe. I'm hoping that this bit of information I was able to share with you all today can help you a little bit until I upload the pick-a-pal and you could get a more personalized idea of how to handle everything that's going on. Sending y'all light and love always. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my light tribe. Bye.